It has been identified with cruel Roman emperors, charismatic political leaders, and even popes throughout history. Its name evokes images of apocalypse, tyranny, and deception on a global scale. But who, really, is the Antichrist? A man? A system? An idea? Today, on Decoding Faith, we will delve into one of the most feared and misunderstood figures in all of biblical prophecy. In this video, we will do something essential. We will separate the wheat from the chaff, sensationalist speculation from biblical truth. You will discover 3 popular myths that actually distract you from the real danger, and 3 fundamental biblical truths that truly matter for your faith and preparation today. Stay with me until the end, because the last truth could completely change how you view the end times. To understand the true danger, we first need to clear the ground of wrong ideas. And the first great myth is the image many have in mind. Myth number 1. The Antichrist is an atheist or a purely secular political leader. It's common to imagine the Antichrist as an atheist dictator, a communist or a globalist leader who openly hates religion, someone who invades churches from the outside. But the Bible paints a much more subtle and dangerous picture. The Apostle Paul, in his second letter to the Thessalonians, chapter 2, gives us the crucial clue. He says that the man of lawlessness will arise and will seat himself in the temple of God, proclaiming himself to be God. Think about that. He doesn't destroy the temple from the outside. He sits inside it. The Apostle John reinforces this idea, saying that the Antichrists went out from us. The greatest prophetic threat is not one that attacks faith openly, but one that corrupts it from within, using the language of faith, the appearance of piety, and the very structure of religion to lead people away from the truth. This leads us directly to the second myth, a trap into which well-meaning Christians have fallen for centuries. Myth number 2. The Antichrist is a single, specific person we can identify today. Since the beginning of Christianity, the list of candidates for Antichrist has been immense. Emperor Nero was one of the first. In the Middle Ages and the Reformation, popes and kings accused each other. In more modern times, the list has included Napoleon, Hitler, Stalin, and even American presidents and leaders like Mikhail Gorbachev because of a birthmark on his forehead. This search for a specific villain makes us forget what the Bible actually teaches. In his first letter, the Apostle John is clear. Children, it is the last hour, and as you have heard that Antichrist is coming, so now many Antichrists have come. Did you catch that? John speaks of one Antichrist who is coming in the future, but also of many Antichrists who were already active in his time. The spirit of the Antichrist, which is the spirit of deception, heresy, and rebellion against the true identity of Christ, is not a future event, but a force that has been operating in history for millennia. Focusing on just one man makes us lower our guard to the many ways this spirit can manifest. And finally, the third myth, which confuses the tool with the true intention. Myth number 3. The main characteristic of the Antichrist is military and political power. Yes, the prophecies, especially in Daniel and Revelation, describe a power that wields great political and economic influence, but that is the means, not the end. The main characteristic of this power, repeated countless times, is religious deception. In Daniel chapter 7, the little horn has a mouth speaking great things, and intended to change the set times and the law. In Revelation, the beast performs great signs and false miracles to deceive the inhabitants of the earth and lead them to worship. The ultimate goal is not the conquest of territories, but the conquest of minds and hearts. The battlefield is not primarily military, but spiritual. The war is for worship. Now that we have removed the myths, we can clearly see the truths that the Bible wants us to truly understand. And the first is the most fundamental of all. Truth number 1. The Antichrist is, above all, a religious usurper. The Greek word anti in Antichrist has a fascinating double meaning. It doesn't just mean against, as in antagonist. It also carries the idea of in place of, or as a substitute for. The Antichrist doesn't just want to destroy Christ, he wants to replace him. His ultimate goal is to present himself as the answer, the authority, the mediator, the object of worship that belongs only to Jesus. He imitates Christ to deceive the elect. He offers a false gospel, a false peace, and a false spiritual authority. This is why his work is so dangerous. He doesn't look like a demon with horns, but like an angel of light. And how does such a power manage to deceive so many? The Bible gives us the precondition. Truth number 2. Its rise is directly linked to a great apostasy. Paul, again in 2 Thessalonians, is emphatic. The man of lawlessness will not be revealed unless the rebellion comes first. The word apostasy or rebellion means a rupture, a falling away from the faith. This isn't about people from the outside attacking the church, but about the church itself abandoning the fundamental truths of God's word. Apostasy creates a spiritual vacuum. When people stop finding power, truth, and clarity in the Bible, they become easy prey for anyone offering miracles, emotional experiences, or an authority that tells them what to think. The power of the Antichrist doesn't arise in a vacuum. It grows in the fertile soil of a weakened faith and a superficial knowledge of the Bible. This leads us to the final and most important truth. If the danger is so great and subtle, what can we do? Truth number 3. The true defense is not speculation, but spiritual vigilance. The Bible doesn't call us to be prophetic detectives with maps and charts, trying to guess names and dates. It calls us to be vigilant, sober, and spiritually armed believers. Protection against the deception of the Antichrist is not knowing exactly who he is, but knowing deeply who Christianity is. It's impossible for someone who knows a real $100 bill well to be deceived by a crude counterfeit. In the same way, the only way not to be deceived by the false Messiah is to be passionately connected to the true one. Our safety is not in deciphering the enemy, but in deepening our relationship with Jesus.